Standing on the edge of the crater, like the prophets once said, and the ashes are all cold now, no more bullets, and the embers are dead. Whispers in the air tell the tales of the brothers gone. Desolation, devastation. What a mess we made when it all went wrong. Watching from the edge of the circus for the games to begin. Gladiators draw their swords, form their ranks for Armageddon. I'm nuclear, I'm wild, I'm breaking up inside. A heart of broken glass, deep found, deep inside the abandoned child. Standing on the edge of the underworld, looking at the abyss, and I'm hoping for some miracle to break out, to escape from all this. Whispers in the air tell the tale of a life that's gone. Desolation, devastation. What a mess we made when it all went wrong. I'm nuclear, I'm wild, I'm breaking up
Gator,
inside.
we're gonna do this today, Gator. I don't know what's going on with you. You're having a mental fucking breakdown. But we're gonna get into it, bud. We're gonna get into it because you're too scared, got it. So I guess we need to have a conversation again. We've done this. How's it going, Jim? How's it going, boys? How are we doing today? Oh boy, it's a fucking shit show, Chad. We'll be here in a second. We'll grab some water. We're gonna get into this. We're gonna get into all this. This whole Gator shit. This. It's time, chat. It's time.
There is a fifth
It's
dimension
time
beyond that which is known to man.
for
It is
the
a
Brian
dimension
Zone,
as
chat.
vast
That's
as
right.
Space and as
We're go-
timeless.
We're gonna
as
do this?
infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow.
That's right. I'm coming in
between
through the
science and
Batcave.
superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit.
How
of
we're
his
doing it,
knowledge.
boys.
This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call the Twilight Zone.
All right, boys. So we're gonna fucking get into this, chat. I don't even understand this. All right, I'm gonna preface this. Like a year ago, I made a video to Gator. I set up the whole thing. I was on camera, smoking my little hookah. We played a like an hour. It was like a 2-hour stream, right? Where I basically addressed Gator, Brian Holloman. We're not even gonna call him Gator anymore because he's such a faggot. He's such a faggot, and it's such a piece of shit that he learned from the best. He learned from Ralph. I get it, but holy shit, holy fucking shit, boys. It's unreal. So let's wind it back. So like a year ago, Ralph had a website through a company called Secure Servers where you would pay $75 to get access to Ralph Killstream content. He also, within that $75, had an extra paywall for special episode, like recorded episodes that they weren't going to do live, right? And Gator, Brian Holloman, who is the Gamer Gator, who is the Shannon Gaines, thought the best idea, chat, was to paywall a video where for 2 hours he tells my story. He tells my story through the lens of Shannon Gaines, Brian Holloman, and from North Carolina, okay, avid hentai anime connoisseur of underage waifus. Brian Holloman tells my story for 2.5 hours or whatever to Ralph, right? And we broke it down because the entire stream was Ralph correcting Gator every fucking sentence. Because Gator would say shit that made no sense, wasn't even true, just fabricate shit, and Ralph would have to steer him back on the wheel because Ralph wanted to make fun of me. And he couldn't make fun of me if Gator couldn't fucking tell the right stories. Where he didn't know if I was failure or Tonka Saw, if I was going to be a co-host of some show, if I wasn't going to be a co-host of some show, if I even did a show at all during Gamergate or not. He was fucking lost in the weeds. And I said back then, Shannon, I said, Brian, you know, I have no issues with you. I have never we've never physically spoken in a voice chat with each other for more than one time in the span of all the years I have been on the internet. I've talked to you one time for 5 minutes in a voice call that I can't even remember what we even said to each other. Probably wasn't pleasant. Probably something I said that made you upset. I probably called you a faggot to your face. You know, I tend to piss everyone off on the internet because let's be real here, chat. Everybody thinks, oh, he's a fag. He's a fag. I don't like Brian. You know why most people don't like me, Chad? Is because I call you all faggots. I call you all faggots. I've been doing it since Gamergate. I've been calling it as I see it since Gamergate. The other people in the weeds who want to be like esoteric and semantical about what I say and what I do, what I can and can't say and what I can do, nobody gives a shit. At the end of the day, I'm just a fag like you guys. Big old faggot on the internet. Okay? Right? But Brian Holloman here, he is the king of the sector. Everyone is jealous of him. You don't believe me. 2 years ago, I'm going to pull a blast from the past. 2 years ago, Gator was running around, and like I said, calling out, making streams for $7.99 about yours truly because I fucking totally matter. Like I'm going to sell tickets to anyone wants to hear anything about me. Right? I'm gonna sell tickets though. You're gonna pay $7.99 to hear some fat fucking retard who wants to wear Mr. Medicare's skin tell you about me when no one gives a fuck about me to even want to spend $7.99. Gator, I have never made money off the internet. Ever. Right, Shannon? Like I've never done it. Until recently. And even then, you know, the most money I make on any stream I do is like $1. And it's always Viter, by the way, chat. I always get a donation from Viter, so thank you, Viter. Thank you very much. Because it's always him going, hey, man, I'm still here. I just want to remind you of all the shit. You know? It's fucking ridiculous. Yes, Brian Holloman is the Gamer Gator, who is also Shannon Gaines from North Carolina. Okay, so a blast from the past. 2 years ago, Gator did the same shit, and he said the same fucking things about everyone else, that everyone's jealous of him. And here's a blast from the past, chat. Here's a blast from the past.
It's about posturing. It's not about posturing. It's about the truth and lies, and it's about what's right and what's wrong, and it's about grifting or being righteous. That's what it's about, Gator. That's right, what Gator. This whole thing is about. It has nothing to do with me being jealous of you. Man, you look like you're 45 years old. You know, you look fucking like you have a lazy eye, fucking drooping, wearing a luchador mask, being the sidekick to an alcoholic, pill-popping piece of white trailer trash. That's the reality.
There you go. Well, we already know the end of this story. We're not even getting into it. The point is, Gator. The point is, Gator. You're a fucking faggot. You think everyone is jealous of a guy who made $200 in like a span of 10 years sucking Ralph's dick. Mind you, you lie to everyone about who you really are, Brian, and when you even came into play. I know Ralph's going to agree with me. I hope Ralph agrees with me. I hope Ralph agrees with me on this. So, Ralph, if you hear this, you know this story. Gator was never a fucking co-host of the Kill Stream during Gamergate ever. The guy was a fucking dick sucker. He was a fan in the Skype groups begging for Ralph's dick. He begged for my dick. He begged for Jim's dick. He begged for Monday Matt Sargon's dick. This is where Brian Holloman came from. The Gamergate lore, chat. 2014, Brian Holloman appears on Twitter as a not your shield trans advocate. Then he makes an account, a Reddit account. He was never a fucking Chan guy. He tells everyone he's an old fag. He was never an old fag. No Chan guy, never used image boards. He was on fucking Reddit. He made an account on r/Kotaku in action, and he would fucking spam his shit. He was a Twitter bot for fucking trannies during Not Your Shield. Okay? That's what he was. And he was a fan of the kill stream, and he sucked Ralph and me off every fucking night. He gobbled my balls in his mouth all the time. He wanted to be on the show. He wanted to be in Ralph's fucking articles. He wanted to be everything. You know who Ralph picked as co-host, chat? He picked Lane Davis. And he picked John Michael Kelly, and then Nora came along, and then you also had Goose, Wild Goose, or whatever the fuck his name was, from the Bill Wagner crew. That was Ralph's original fucking Killstream people. Zidane came in shortly right after that. Gator was never involved in anything beyond 2018, 2017. As soon as Ralph got out of jail, Gator sucked his balls and asked to be co-host of his show again. And at this time, Ralph had nobody but Zidane and Nora. So who did he take? He took fucking Gator. Why? Because Gator would call in every night and play a fucking soundboard and think it was Quiddy. Gator was reduced to being short-sighted entertainment from a fucking soundboard. For years, that's what you were, Gator. Not one fucking person ever was like, man, I am jealous of Brian Holloman, Shannon Gaines, the Gamer Gator from North Carolina. I am super fucking jealous of that guy, and I want to sit there and be told every now and again by a fat alcoholic, hey, Gator, press that soundboard. Wasn't that funny, chat? Was it funny? No. Nobody gave a fuck. No one's jealous of you, Gator. Okay? Nobody gives a fuck about you. You're so irrelevant. You're so irrelevant that no one has given you attention until now. Or until you fucking air quote walked away from Ralph. Which that's a whole nother fucking thing. That's a whole nother thing. Some reason, chat. I'm not on any like public social medias besides ones for families and friends. Right? I don't have a Twitter account where I'm fucking tweeting out new exceptional detective stuff or tweeting out things. The closest I've got is people hunt down my private Discord account so they can contact me and tell me about drama. That's the closest. And to me that's private because it's just my account with friends or people I like to talk to, right? I think that's fair to say. I don't have a official exceptional detective Discord channel or an official exceptional detective Discord account, right? So I'm not public. So Gator, I haven't said a fucking word about you in like a year minimum a year, right? Like nothing. And Godwinson comes back. And after we do our funny songs and shit and have fun with Ashton, who rightfully deserved it, who has become a person we don't even fucking know. He was our friend. Gator, I know you don't understand the concept of friendship or whatever besides wanting to live in Mr. Mediker's skin and wear fucking suits at anime cons and his fucking hat like a loser while pointing at 13-year-old little fucking drawings and saying, that's my waifu. That's my waifu. Chad, I want to remind you that this fat fuck, this fucking guy, hold on. This jaw-ridden, fat fucking loser, virgin, Mr. Puerto Rican girlfriend himself, right? This fucking guy, this fat ass, this fat fucking fat fucking guy, okay? This fucking guy, this dude is trying to tell people how to be a fucking Chad on the internet. This guy who posts on a website ran by a pedophile it's like a fucking ghetto version of Twitter where Kiwi Farms owner Joshua Connor Moon won't even use the site because the fucking owner of the site is like some lolicon fucking pedophile enthusiast. Not even Joshua Connor Moon will use it, but Gator will fucking use it. Gator will use it. This fat fuck will use it regardless. He has a fucking Twitter account, mind you, of chat. He has a Twitter account. But he prefers to use the pedophile Twitter. So whatever. That's besides the fucking point. I wouldn't use it, but Gator would. So, fucking, this fat fuck, this fucking retard, goes on Twitter. Now, mind you, Godwinson's been down this fucking guy's ass for like a week. Rightfully so, to the point where he found his like sister's most embarrassing shit on the internet, which Gator thinks that doxing is awesome and good, and that shit like that is based, right? There's a fucking episode that Gator did with Ralph. He begged Ralph to do this, mind you. This wasn't Ralph's idea, where he brought up a video about talking about me and wanting to get Child Protective Services involved on my family because of shit that I'm not even involved in. Shit that a family member did, that I have nothing to do with. But this piece of shit thought it'd be a great segment for Ralph's entire kill stream to sit there and be like, hey man, we should totally try to like fucking A-log Brian and try to see if we can get people into personal army and try to get his kid taken away. That'd be fucking cool. That'd be funny. This sack of shit, this dumb, fat fuck thought it was hilarious to do shit like that. He thinks it's fucking cool, chat. So let's go through this. So I'm sure all of you are aware that Gator decided that has been having some shit with Godwinson, who's been rightfully pointing out that Gator deserves to burn because he thought that sucking Ralph dick and doing whatever Ralph said, that we're talking about life ruination shit that Ralph has said, that the doxings that Ralph has done on his own pay pigs, the fucking bullshit, all the bullshit that Ralph has done, this motherfucker became his right-hand man in order to do it. For 10 years, he was like, that's okay, though, because Ralph told me to do it. You know what everyone said about that fucking stream he was on with Kino Casino throwing Ralph from the bus? Everybody said it looked like a Nuremberg trial. Because Gator was just like, I was following orders when I doxed that guy. I was following orders when Ralph told me to get involved and do all this shit with people. I was following orders when he told me to sweep it up. Sweep. I was just following orders. Gator, if I told you to get on your fucking knee, if I was Ralph and I said, get on your knees and suck my dick, boy, how many times did you suck Ralph's dick? Because it's clear as fuck you suck Ralph's dick. And you're just a piece of shit, bro. So this fat fuck gets into it. This fat fuck, Brian Holloman, gets into it. Can I say shaladula? I'll get to the chat later, boys. You're getting me off here, Ham. Fuck you. So this fat fuck goes on his post account, I guess, recently, because Godwinson's been making videos about him. All right? And he goes on a rant. We're going to fucking go through this stupid shit. And it's mind-boggling to me, chat, because you guys have memes about me. You guys say what you want about me. But nobody fucking listens to me. Let's just put that to the fucking pedal to the metal. When I say something, right, press 1 in the chat if anyone has ever fucking listened to anything I fucking said and actually followed through. Like anything I said, like, hey guys, here's my hot take, and you guys actually were like, yep, that's fucking, I'm gonna follow that. I'm gonna listen to that. Has anybody actually done that? Anyone? Just press 1 in the chat if you have, 2 if you haven't. Fuck. Because I doubt it. I honest God doubt it. And I don't blame you. I mean, everyone has entitled their own fucking opinions. That's the whole point. Because I fucking doubt it. But this fucking guy is going to sit here and say that Godwinson has a writer's room. He has a writer's room, chat. Okay? And that me and Persa Cassidy, we control Godwinson. And also, we're all plate gang. And we actually feed everything off of Zoom. Off of Zoom. And also, we do criminal shit. And also, we're all kind of sort of pedophiles. We're all fucking pedophiles, chat. It's unreal. I'm blown away that this fucking idiot can't keep my name out of his fucking mouth after me not saying a word about this guy for the better part of a fucking year, right? And I haven't even made a single video on him. But this pussy is so scared of Godwinson. He's so scared of Godwinson. He's so scared to go on a stream and respond to Godwinson and give a hot take on Godwinson and just fucking fire back that he's going to attack everyone else that Godwinson tangentially talks to or whatever. Because he's a pussy. Because he knows that Godwinson will respond with another video and blow him the fuck out. That's just the facts. That's just the way it is. And I just don't know where to begin. So, okay. Let's just read this, break it down. So Gator said, apparently I've upset the Godwinson writer's room badly over some very mild criticisms calling Adam very boring and gay. The truth hurts, Perspic. Okay, first of all, Gator, Godwinson doesn't have a writer's room. If Godwinson listened to me, everyone would hate him. Fact, right? If he listened to Persa Cassidy, everyone would just want to fuck with Persip even more for no reason. Fact, right? There's no writer's room. To believe that Godwinson, who's been doing this kind of stuff, he's been doing these kind of video formats, these kind of takedown formats, these fucking trolling videos, these trolling whatever, whatever you want to call them. He's been doing them for years. Before I even met Adam. He's been doing them for years. That suddenly, Adam's format is now me and Persa Cassidy's. Is flattering and very fucking gay. Just like you, Gator. Fucking gay. It's retarded because you're just lying. You're just lying and being dumb because you know that Godwinson does his own fucking thing. That me and Persa Cassidy or Squire or anybody else, Asa Laurie, none of us have any bearing on what Adam says and wants to do. Period. Just point blank period. Everyone should know that in the chat. I'm sure everyone is aware of this, but you're a fucking liar. And so this, I don't know who the fuck this guy, Cuz Storian Z, doesn't matter. Gator time, why don't you fire up a stream and hit back instead of using this internet ghetto platform? And Gator goes, it's way funnier to write 1 or 2 5-second posts that turn into a boring, whiny, 3-hour struggle session while I go on about my day. Gator, if Godwinson wasn't entertaining, he wouldn't have 500 people watching his streams laughing about shit, right? He wouldn't have people actively wanting to archive everything he fucking does and records and people wanting to rewatch them, right? I don't know how Godwinson criticizing you is not whining, you faggot. Do you understand? That's not whining, right? And putting a time slot, 3-hour struggle session, you know what that tells me, Gator, is that you watched the streams live. You knew the time of how long the streams were going. You knew when they ended. You've been watching them live the whole time seething. You're just fucking mad, bro. You're mad because Godwinson fucking pegged you to the ground and fucking chiseled your name into a fucking tombstone and next to CRP. The whole chisel, bro. The whole fucking chisel. But, okay, it's a boring, whiny 3-hour struggle session while you go about your day. What is your day, Gator? Halo? Destiny? Potato chips? Crying? And seething. That's your day. Maybe the grocery store where you're a fucking bag boy still. Wasn't this guy, Chad, am I wrong? Has this guy been in college for the last 8 years? Every time this fucking guy talks about his career, he's suddenly going to be something in about 4 or 5 years down the road. I'm 33, turning 34 this year. Ralph is in his mid to late 30s. Gator's in his 30s. And yet, this fat fuck still is carrying grocery bags out, acting like he actually has a day to go about. He has no girlfriend. He lives with his parents. Okay? Let's be real. Brian Holloman is a single weird incel. His girlfriend is a fucking 2D animated drawing of a child. A fucking child, chat. Okay? And don't worry, chat. This gets better. He defends flamenco. He's going to defend his lolly waifu. The one that Godwinson made fun of, that video where he was pointing at a fucking waifu at a lolicon convention and saying, that's my wife. That's my wife. He's going to defend this in this conversation. And flamenco. Still. Even though he went on stream and said that flamenco, he disavows him and he's done with flamenco. This fucking guy, we're going to get into it. I'm getting ahead of myself. So the guy makes a meme about the Jim impersonating of Gator because he's just Jim impersonating or whatever. All right. And then, what is this? Okay, hold on. I don't even know what this is, Chad. I didn't even watch
Hey,
it.
where's the Vosh documentary at? After the flamenco debacle.
Okay, so Gator is going to use Ashton's response about what he thought, what Ashton's take was on the flamenco stuff. All right, which, by the way, chat, this is actually something that fucking bothers me, and it should bother you guys too. This genuinely pisses me off, because for some fuck odd reason, I've seen this now like a dozen times lately, since flamenco became a new hot topic to discuss, right? For some fuck odd reason, and I have no idea why, everyone gets hung up on the whole fucking thing about the boy soprano. Boy soprano this, boy soprano that, boy soprano, boy soprano, boy soprano. However, that's not the biggest problem with flamenco. The biggest problem with flamenco, okay, isn't just boy soprano. That's like a smoking gun. It's weird. It's a hentai about older women raping young boys, pegging them. It's a whatever Shotokan is. I don't even know. Gator will probably give me a whole fucking 10-page essay on explaining Shotokan and lolicon. I really don't need to hear it. It's fucking weird, bro. It's weird to be doing any of that stuff, period, or even going to anime cons and telling people who your fucking internet, your anime wife thing is. Fucking weird, bro. It's weird, all right? And I'll let you. You're a fucking weird guy, Brian Holloman. Sort your shit out. So, but this guy, the biggest issue with boys, not even the boy soprano, it's the Steam group. The Steam group that flamenco was in. If anybody forgot, right, let me give you a back rush. Flamenco was caught in a Steam group with 12 other guys, ran by a guy he was very close to. The guy was talked to, the fucking owner of the Steam group was talked to, and he admitted that him and Flamenco played World of Warcraft together regularly in the same guild. In the same guild. This fucking Steam group had its chat deleted within hours of it being exposed. The whole thing was cleared immediately, and you couldn't see the chat unless you joined it. It was cleared immediately. But half of the group of these 12 people that Flamenco was in with had little children, real girls, in their fucking names with shit like henna or whatever the fuck weird names, using the pedophile symbols from the FBI to talk to each other. They were in other groups that were literally sharing real child porn. Real child porn. However, Flamenco wasn't in those groups. He was just in this one specific group that had the chat logs deleted, that the owner of it, who was literally caught posting CP, said that Flamenco and him played World of Warcraft regularly and were in the same guild and talked daily. That should be the conversation from Nick Diorio, from Augie, from fucking Keemstar, from Salvo, if he hasn't already, from everyone else that I keep seeing these fucking streams where they talk about boy fucking Soprano. The fucking weirdness to be involved in any of that is not normal. Nobody accidentally oops and falls into a pedophile ring. You just don't. You don't. But that's the fucking elephant in the room. But don't worry, in this fucking little chat, or whatever the fuck this is, Gator's going to argue about Flamenco, and of course, his arguments are going to stay reliantly on the fucking anime, hentai, lolicon, whatever the fuck it is, boy Soprano. So, okay, so this guy goes, yeah, Gator, let's just ignore the fact that Gobinson was a guest and one of the show, okay, don't care. One of the show hosts was colluding with a pedophile. Alright, here we go. Gator goes, no, they were conspiring against Daddy Winson. That's a cult, bud. For all of the crying about gym walkers, you have to defend Adam's honor on the internet. What in the fuck are you talking about, Gator? Daddy Winson? Gator, it doesn't work that way. I know that you think if you flip the script as your defense against Adam is trying to believe that there are people out there that Godwinson has his own sweetie squad, to suggest that is flattering, but fucking dumb. If you being mocked, rightfully so, Brian Holloman, has nothing to do with defending Adam's honor. What honor does you need to defend for Adam? There hasn't been anything embarrassing that has come out of Adam since, I don't know, fucking he's been on the internet. Nothing. Unlike you, Gator. Unlike you have a lot of embarrassing shit that has come out. Your sister wants to get pegged by a fucking deer, bro. What does that say about you? Since you want to compare family members to each other. So if your sister has a whole DeviantArt where she writes stories about being sexually assaulted and molested by a fucking deer, what does that say about you, bro? The apple don't fall far from the tree, right, Gator? Do you want to fuck animals? Is that why you think you're an alligator? Are you a fucking scaly, bro? Do you want to fuck animals, Gator? Like your sister, bro? You must, because she's your sister, right? We'll use your logic, you fat fuck. Weird motherfucker. So, guy goes, they were, idiot. Look at the DMs. I posted and rewatched the stream. Tardsky was interrupting every chance he got. Alright, Gator goes, they used Andy to promise Flamenco that they would be fair, quote, good faith. They used Andy. And they had no intention of doing such. They sent Andy in as a good cop so they could be bad cops. And then they fucked it up. I'm sorry your hero looked retarded and can't accept his fuck up to the point that you feel the need to defend him on this and revise history. Fuck you, Gator. Fuck you. Do you think Andy Worski and all of us, the writers' room, do you think any of us talked? Literally Andy, and everybody has said this, including fucking PPP. Andy was never, ever in the writers' room. He showed up the last 30 minutes and said, okay, boys, let's do the stream. He didn't ask shit. If he even showed up at all. Andy is a lazy sack of shit, box wine cokehead, Gator. You think that we could gay up Andy into go in to play good cop, bad cop successfully? You fucking moron. Andy sandbagged the stream. He had an entire fucking folder lined up for him and fucking dotted and I'd where he could just play video after video or screenshot after screenshot with them titled and labeled for him because he's so fucking stupid. And he refused to put them on because, and I quote, he had a phone call with Flamenco without telling anybody. Without telling anybody, or whatever, like a DM conversation, phone call. He had a voice call with Flamenco, and they agreed that him and Andy agreed that Andy didn't believe he was a pedophile and all this other dumb shit, so he would refuse to do that. Also, what did Andy say after the show, Gator? Well, you weren't there, but I'll tell you, because everyone else will tell you. Andy said right then and there that he thought Godwinson was going to replace him, so he sandbagged it. Even he fucking says he sandbagged it, Gator. He has no problem saying that. They talked about it during Jim's interview with them about the whole shit show. You fucking moron. But don't worry, Gator. It's a fucking conspiracy theory. Me and Persip and Squire were and PPP were gay-opping Andy to be a good cop so that we could fuck Andy over, and we sent Godwinson in as the nuke. Because that makes more sense, Gator, than the reality is that Andy's friends with Flamenco, or was at the time, and didn't want to burn a bridge. Go fuck yourself, Gator. Alright. I'm sorry your hero looked retarded and can't accept his fuck up to the point you feel the need to defend him on this and revise history. Gator, the fact that you think you can tell other people about daddies or heroes when you go to conventions dressed as Mr. Medicare, wearing a fucking jumpsuit that covers your face, where you literally fake your voice. You've been faking your voice not for days, not for months, Gator. For Brian, you've been faking your voice for fucking years. Not even Ralph. I was watching Ralph's stream the other day because Ralph's entertaining now, Gator. He's good shock jock value. It's funny, Gator. I know that fucking upsets some people, but Ralph, I hate Ralph. Everyone knows this. I hate Ralph. But Ralph is entertaining. I can look past a lot of shit if you're really fucking entertaining. I think that's fair because I'm not really a petty guy. But even Ralph was listening to Godwinson's stream and he heard your voice from your real voice, Gator, your southern voice from North Carolina when you were in your college doing your fucking interview, and then he heard your gym voice and he didn't know who the fuck that was. Even Ralph was like, this, you've been faking it as long as you've met Ralph. How can you tell anybody about E-daddies and heroes on the internet when you yourself want to skin Jim alive and wear him around and be him? You want to be him. You weirdo fuckhead. You weird fat fuck. Fat fuck. So the guy goes, Gator, your friend Flamenco is a disgusting pedophile, and you kept defending him for months. True fact. And this blows my mind, this next piece. Flamenco's not a pedophile, just an easily baited retard. But you know who is a convicted pedophile? King of Pole's father. The same King of Pole that writes for Godwinson's show. And one of his other writers, Persa Cassidy, who wrote this really weird post defending King of Pole's dad. These are proven unquestionable facts. Imagine, chat, getting so angry because someone is mocking you online. You're getting on a video. Just criticism. We're not talking about life ruination. We're not talking about, like, going retardedly hard. And then you sit there and say the guy who has been repeatedly dragged through the coals about Boy Soprano, pedophile group chats, and pretending his age. By the way, did you guys know, chat, that Flamenco, before he got doxxed, would tell people that he was in his early 20s, as old as 22. He even did a birthday stream where he said he was fucking 22 to everyone. When he got doxxed, he was actually 35. Whoa! But don't worry, that's not fucking weird. It's not weird that your moderators, half of them are pedophiles. It's not weird, Flamenco. That's just easily baited, retarded shit. But you know who is a convicted pedophile? My dad. You know who else is weird and might be a pedophile? Persa Cassidy. Because he wrote about his thoughts on my dad's court case. Because nothing's fucking private on the internet once you get doxxed, Gator. Because it's awesome. Brian Holloman of North Carolina. It's awesome and it's cool. Because it's good. Brian Holloman of North Carolina. You're lucky I'm not listing your whole fucking address, Gator, and just putting it on my whole stream. I should do it. I should just put your whole fucking address on the stream, on the whole stream the whole time, because you think it's awesome and it's good to do that to people. You think to put it all out there like that is decently good and awesome to do. But if it's you, Gator, you get salty. You fat fuck. You fat, dumb, fat, retarded fuck. From North Carolina, Brian Holloman. So you're going to just label us as pedophiles because of shit that my father is wrapped up in that has nothing to do with me. I haven't seen my dad in years. I wouldn't wish that experience of having to deal with that with a family member like that. I wouldn't wish that on anybody, Gator, but you don't have a problem bringing it up. I wouldn't call random people that are friends with people that you have beef with pedophiles out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. I want to stress to you, chat, that I have not talked about this fucking piece of shit in over a year. Like, publicly. Like, I haven't been on streams going, Brian Holloman. I haven't said a fucking word about this guy. And Persicassity has never even spoken to the guy, ever. From my understanding, not once. Maybe I'm wrong. I know they've had Twitter spats, but it's fucking Twitter. But they don't know each other. To go out of your way and suggest because the other blood is this, that you're also this, is fucking insane. Which is why I have to ask you, Gator, are you a zoophile? Your sister writes fan fiction about wanting to be fucked by deers. Does the apple fall far from the tree, Gator? Do you want to have sex with animals? Maybe an alligator, Gator? Is that what gets your rocks going when you think about alligators? I don't know. I'm just asking questions, chat. Just asking questions. But this is okay. You're going to label other people as pedophiles, Gator, because you have beef with Godwinson. Because you have beef with another person. You're just going to say all these other people, not your fucking friend, that you're still saying is not a pedophile, not the one that is super duper duper wrapped up in pedophile allegations with fucking ridiculous amounts of fucking evidence against the guy. That guy's just easily beta retard. But friends of Godwinson that have nothing to do with anything, they're just pedophiles. Fuck you, Gator. Fuck you. Alright, so this guy goes, Cop was a writer for the KC, and you have no problem with that at the time. Why? Because he was on your side of the aisle. Flamenco's not a pedo. Reading Shotokan is not pedophilia? There we go. And Gator goes, ha ha ha, now you disavow Godwinson's favorite writer, King of Pole, and are trying to throw it back on me. King of Pole wasn't always a writer for Kino Casino, and I've always had problems with King of Pole dating back to Gamergate. Gator, newsflash, Gator, news alert. News alert, Gator, you watched all my streams. You watched all of Ralph's streams. You watched all the streams, and you sucked my dick. You said you wanted to be on my shows, you wanted to be on Ralph's shows, you wanted to be on anybody's fucking streams anytime they were happening. You were literally, chat, this fucking guy only found out about Mr. Medicare because of Mundane Matt. Fucking, let's go back. Lore time, chat. This fat fuck, as I said earlier, was a r/Kotaku in action Redditor, hashtag not your shield Twitter fucking bot, right? He only found out about it because Mundane Matt was flagged. This is fucking true. He was a fan of Mundane Matt before he got doxxed because Mundane Matt did movie reviews. Gator was in school for film. Okay? Brian Holloman was a fan of Mundane Matt's, Crying Matt, for years because he was a movie film kid in college. Then he sees Jim's video on Gamergate, signal boosting Mundane Matt's flagging from Zoe Quinn, and Gator becomes a Not Your Shield Jim bot. Like that. This guy was a fan of Mundane Matt. This fucking fat fuck. This fat motherfucker. This stupid, dumbass looking fucking virgin was never, ever an old fat. He was never, ever like some guy who just came from the realms of the internet. He's always been and always will be a fucking loser. This fucking guy. Okay. So he goes, haha, now you disavow Godwinson's favorite writer, Cop,
and are trying to throw it back on me. Cop wasn't always a writer for Kino Casino. I've always had problems with Cop, dating back to Gamergate. I didn't know you. I've never known you, Gator. We didn't talk till 2018. Fuck you. He's also best buds with Zoom. And I also don't like that faggot either. I've always thought he was a spurgy faggot and never liked him. Let's talk about you and Zoom. Let's talk about that. You know, I don't really talk to Zoom. Zoom doesn't like me, Gator. I'm not friends with Zoom, Gator. I don't know if you recall, Gator, but a long time ago, I brought a fucking episode to the kill stream where Zoom had people alleging that he was a child molester and that there was a recording of him and his girlfriend watching child porn together. And we played it, guess where? On the kill stream with Ralph. I gave it to Ralph to run on his show because I didn't want to do any streams. I didn't want to do any content anymore. Gator, you weren't even there. Warski was there. Tonka Saw was there. I was there. You faggot. And guess what? Guess what happened after that? A couple months after that. Right, Gator? You guys get Zoom. Get him on this call. Zoom sits there. And he goes... He goes... hold on. Zoom sits there. And he fucking goes... He goes, hey, man, we'll work with you. And him and Gator and Flamenco start working together on doxing fucking pay pigs. For years. I don't know if it was years. Maybe a year. I could be wrong. And that was the whole Plate Gang thing. Who are these fucking people spamming TikTok? Holy shit. Sorry, chat. I didn't even see that going on. They just like nuked the chat. I gotta sweep it, Sargoy. You don't even see the chat anymore. It's just a wall of TikTok. Okay. That just fucked it. I mean, see, look at the chat. You guys fucked it all up. All right, let's go. Holy shit, boys. Are you guys like, what is happening right now? Is this Gator? Like, is Gator just spamming the chat now? Is that what's happening? Plate Gang. Ah, okay, yes. So the Plate Gang stuff happens, right? But Gator, right? Gator and all those guys, they all did the doxing and stuff. And then once Ralph and Gator and them were done with Zoom and his friends, right? What happened? Ralph fucking, holy shit, dude. Why are you guys destroying the chat? Like, they're killing, yeah, I don't know why they're killing the chat, guys. So anyways, Ralph and them are done with him, right? They throw him to the bus. Zoom and all those guys go to Ralph's house and they tag his car. They do a bunch of fucking retarded shit to him, right? But Gator, you and Flamenco were absolutely involved in a lot of doxing and a lot of the shit that Zoom and them did. You were friends with Zoom. Where do you get off thinking that you could say that I'm best friends with Zoom? Zoom doesn't like me. Plate Gang doesn't like me. That's the facts, Gator. They don't get along with me. And that's fine. I don't fuck with them. So, at the end of the day, Gator, you're just lying. And you don't like that faggot anymore? You were friends with Zoom. You were friends with Zoom after the shit came out on the guy. So that's it. So go fuck yourself, Gator. Pretending that you and Zoom never, like, did things together, that you never helped Plate Gang, that you weren't involved in all that shit, is ridiculous. To sit there and say that me and Zoom are best friends when Zoom hates me is ridiculous. All of this faggotry, all because you can't address Godwinson. You want to talk about everyone else in the fucking room, but the thing between you and Godwinson. You fucking moron. And once again, you think that Godwinson, you think I'm a writer, or I'm the favorite writer of Godwinson, and Godwinson's just my puppet. He's just speaking through me, Gator. It's flattering, but you're a fucking retard. And very, very, very fat. Very fat. I don't know if that's the real Zoom in chat. I don't know, dude. You've been talking a lot of shit. You guys faked tranny porn. I don't have an issue. I've never had an issue with these. We never had an issue, Zoom. Last time I talked to you, me and you were fine, from what I understand. And I don't want an issue, so I'm just leaving it at that. So if that's really you, that's you. We're gonna just continue the stream. So, but the whole plate gang thing is a Gator and flamenco thing from the beginning. So, all right. Anyways, let's get into this. So the guy goes, haha, now you disavow Godwinson's favorite writer. Let's see, King of Pole, and are trying to throw it back. Okay, I did not, however. You need better classes, fatty. Okay, and he goes, okay, but the issue is you never called out Andy for having Cop as a writer, but you do call out Godwinson for it. Holy fucking shit, bro. You know it sucks, chat. Why is it that we're trying to do a stream about someone else? You mention a group's name and they just fucking ruin the chat. Yeah, cowboy. I guess they really are coming. They just completely shit it up and spurg out like autists. They can't just calm down. I don't know him. Doesn't matter. All right. Gator goes, because I didn't know King of Pole was writing for Kino Casino until after all the gay drama happened. Hey, Ashton, Andy, you were both fucking retards for letting that guy anywhere near your show. There you go. Godwinson's equally retarded for having him anywhere near his content. Yeah, okay, Gator. Okay, that makes it all better, Gator. You're a fucking idiot. Even though, this guy points out rightly, bro, both Cop and Perspic were on a Kino Casino show when Andy was on vacation. The first Flam stream. You knew about it before King of Pole and Perspic left the show. And he goes, was Cop even on that show? I knew Perspic was on a show. And I listened to all 5 minutes of it and said it was the most boring and gayest Kino Casino they've ever made. Perspic makes people fall asleep faster than Tonk ever did. The first flamenco stream was a fucking hit, Gator. There was over I think there was 1,800 people to 2,000 people watching it, Gator. Your fucking friend that you're defending, your weirdo pedophile flamenco friend, was caught with a porn history of 5 years looking at prolapse porn, looking at weird BDSM, having fetishes about being fucking put on a torture horse and being pegged in his ass. Fucking putting out things looking for other people to dominate him and rape him and give him a anal prolapse. You thought that was boring and gay? If this was you being the co-host of the kill stream and this fell on your lap, you guys would not think that was boring and gay. But okay, Gator, you know what good content is. Have we even, you know what? Just as a joke, guys. Let's go to YouTube. Let's see how Gator's doing. Let's YouTube. Okay, hold on. Let's see how Gator's channel's doing. Gator knows what excellent, entertaining content is that grows your channel. So what is it called? It's the Gamer. Is it the Gamer Gator? The Gamer Gator. Here we go. Gator time. 5,000 subscribers. How old's this channel? And he updates it regularly. This channel is 3 years old as of loading. So in 3 years, he's only gotten 5,000 views. Or subscribers. Let's see. Let's look at his most recent podcast. Let's see when he was live last. Okay. 3 months ago. Gator got 1K viewing. He even got ER. Look at that. He got a big YouTuber. Holy shit, bro. Okay, the Goombas are coming, dog. We got it. He got a fucking YouTuber that gave him almost 10K. Almost. But what is Gator's actual view count? 876 views. 1.7K views. Gator, you're not anybody. This is fucking pathetic, bro. But you know what content growth is. In 3 years' time, Gator, the most you could get is a couple thousand views on a video.
Gator with the full professional set.
I'm not listening to fucking Gator time. And you're gonna talk about the most boring and gayest Kino Casino they've ever made. I think the most views you get on your live streams is 5. You should be in awe, Cop. Gator commands 2,000 subscribers with 200 views per video. He only has 10 live viewers. And that's boss. What's his Patreon? Hold on. Patreon. Let's compare that to his Patreon. Patreon, the Gamer Gator. Let's see what that says. Yeah. Anime. Okay, here we go. The Anime Boomer Podcast. Is Gator even a boomer? I don't think he is a boomer. What's he get? Gator gets $19.83. He has 6 Patreon. 6 people out of the thousands of views in the 3 years you've been doing streaming consistently or whatever the fuck you do. You have $20. $20, bro. Yes, I'm driving while I'm doing the stream, bad boy. And you're going to tell us what boring and let's compare that to that Kino Casino episode. Okay, so Gator gets like $20. He gets like 1,000 views a video. So let's do Daka. Let's find that Kino Casino video. Let's find it. Wait, what? Oh, god damn it. That's right. Don't they delete their shit? Okay, here we go. Let's go back. 5-star days. This is 7 months ago. Holy shit, bro. Yo, Ham, start hiding anybody who comes in spamming the Goomba shit. Nobody, it's like ruining the chat, bro. It legit is. Alright, let's see. Where is it? Royski Ralph Boxing. Okay. Where's the flamenco stream? Where is it? It's in here somewhere. Flagger Fuentes versus Mr. Mediker. Okay. Flamenco Get In. Here we go. 49,000 views. Hold on. So, is this the first one or the second one? This might be the second one. I don't know. Let me see. No, this is it. Okay, this is the video. So this video has 50,000 views nearly. 50,000. But it was a dud. It was a fucking dud, Gator. You know what content is with your 1,000 views that take you 3 years to get views like that. 3 years. But one video of theirs gets like 50K back then. Okay. Okay, this guy's just proven that I was on the stream. Gator goes, then we're not talking about the same stream. I recall this one, though. When I called Flamenco a retard for going on there and pointed out that Kino Casino is bad without Andy. It's not like I haven't been shitting on Ashton for his questionable decisions. I've called out both Perspic and Cop for being fags. What questionable decisions? Holy God. How many fucking channels does this guy have? Let the spam stand. You guys want the spam? I can't read your guys' chat though when he does it. I'm trying to see when you guys write shit. You like your wacky firecrackers? Gator sucks, Ralph, wee wee. Yes, he does. Alright. Let's just do this. We're gonna just do this. We're gonna bang through this. I'm gonna hide the chat real quick so I can fucking focus. Alright, let's go. No, I don't know. Well, let's see. Because I'm getting so distracted now. That ruined my groove, man. You burned me out. Alright. Then we're not talking about the same stream. Okay, we already read that. This is you. Cop and Perspic with Tardsky and PPP is good. Cop and Perspic with Godwinson is bad. Gator goes, you're trying to pretend like I approved of Cop at one point because you can't accept that Godwinson looked retarded and lost to Flamenco. Bro, how? Okay. It's not really a loss when Flamenco's allegations are literally, do you fuck kids? That's pretty brutal, bro. I mean, that's a fucking weird way to go. That's a weird, like, weird. Nobody wants to be on a stream being asked in front of a large audience if they fuck children. That's a very strange, weird angle to come into a stream, bro. So, yeah, okay, did Andy Worski sandbag the second stream? Yes. Did they not be able to articulate what they were trying to say because they came out the gate and just called Flamenco what he is? Yes. Does that change the fact that Flamenco is out there pretending that he's like 15 years younger than what he is to hang out with underage kids, getting caught in pedophile Steam group chats, reading Boy Soprano? No, it doesn't. It's not a loss to anyone when whether or not Flamenco is a pedophile. It's just a loss to Flamenco that he has to deal with the allegations at his doorstep. You fucking moron, but okay. Okay. People can lose to Flamenco, the pedophile. I understand you, Gator. And that Perspic and Cop are fags with massive skeletons in their closet. What skeletons does Persic Cassidy have in his closet, Gator? Enlighten the chat. Because everyone really doesn't like Persip. And if there's such major skeletons in his closet, what are they? What is a major skeleton in my closet? Exactly, Gator. What are you trying to imply? Are you calling us a pedophile again out of nowhere? Because you're mad at Godwinson for making fun of you that has nothing to do with us? Is that what the massive skeletons in the closet? Well, post proof, faggot. Post proof. Because just bringing up other people's family members, or just because you don't like somebody, doesn't mean they're a fucking pedophile, bro. It's fucking unreal to me that you're going to come out and do stupid shit like this. What fucking skeletons, Gator? Oh, what are you talking? The outline stream? How is it a skeleton? Jim streamed in front of 20,000 people. It's got over like 100K views. It's never been flagged down, Gator. I know that you flagged streams down, Gator. You flagged Ashton's stream down, Gator. You flagged it down because it made fun of you, Gator. I'm sure you're going to flag this one down too. What the fuck just happened? Hold on. Okay, here we go. I lost it. Sorry about that, chat. My mouse clicked the button. Okay, here we are. But what skeletons, Gator? There's none. There's none else than that, Gator. There's nothing. There's nothing. Oh. It's not a skeleton in my closet, you dumb fuck. It's an embarrassing moment on the internet. Not real life. There's nothing massive about what's going on with Persa Cassidy's life or mine. That's a skeleton in our closet. What do you think? We're serial killers? We're going out murdering people in their sleeps or something? Like, I drink your blood, Gator. I drink your blood. I'll get you. Blah. You fucking moron. Gator goes, all this whining and crying and revisionism is why more and more people think you guys are fags. No, Gator, more and more people keep thinking that you and Kino Shea and all these other fucking retards getting blown out lately, the state of the sector, are faggots. They really think you're fucking gay, Gator. Nobody likes you. Nobody watches your anime boomer shit. I think you are a co-host on Randbot stream. Nobody watches Randbot except fucking like 10 people. Nobody gives a fuck. What? Are you the Cool Kids Club, Gator? Can I be a part of the Cool Kids Club, Gator? Is that what you're trying to tell me? You're the cool guy and we're the outcasts? Well, you keep being fucking cool, bro. And I'll go in my bed and fuck my wife and kiss my daughter goodnight. Because I'm not cool enough to be with the Gator crew. Wow, bro. Wow. You can't just accept a loss and move on. You have to attempt to equivocate and try to explain it away. It's not true. I guess that's why you guys love Ralph so much now. No, Gator, people find Ralph entertaining because he isn't fucking up. Because you guys aren't fucking with him. And it's driving you people insane. Insane. You're faking fake sex tapes, a fucking pantsuit, in hopes that Ralph beats the shit out of her. Right? You're sickeningly talking to Ralph's baby mama's parents, hoping to get shit going with Kino Shea and all these fucking retards like Christorian X. Like you're doing life ruination tactics, Gator, for no reason. No reason. Ralph could have actually drove down to your college like he said he could have and put posters all over your fucking school about what kind of person you are. He could have put you up there pointing at that fucking 13-year-old little anime drawing that you have, you fucking weirdo, saying, that's my wife. That child drawing, that's my wife. He could have, and he didn't. You're lucky he didn't. He left it at mocking you on his own show repeatedly and blowing you the fuck out in his own fucking way. Now, do I approve of how Ralph did it? No, because I don't think it's right. But you think that doxing is awesome and good. And you think that everyone's shit should just be out there and you should be able to fucking just drag people through the coals for shit that isn't even a part of what they do. So fuck you, Gator. You zoophile, weirdo, pedophile. Fuck you, Brian Holloman. Because that's where we're going, right? I'm using your rules here, Brian Holloman of North Carolina. Fucking weirdo. All right, let's see. Andy tanked the show on purpose to make Flam critics look bad. Equals fact. Backed up by DMs. You shilled Kino Casino even though you knew Brian and Perspic were writers. Fact. Flamenco is a pedophile. Fact. You called a lolly character on your video a waifu. Fact. This is all true, Gator. All of it. Oh, Gator breaks it down. He's going to break it down now. So Gator breaks it down. Andy tanked the show to make Flam critics look bad. Wrong. And everyone that watched the show and listened to this hilarious bickering afterwards knew that it was a lie. That's the Cope historical revisionism I'm talked about. What lie? What? How is it's not a lie, Gator? The DMs exist. Flamenco fucking showed them. Andy fucking showed them. Andy has admitted during the interview with Mr. Medicare that he did sandbag the stream, that he thought Godwinson was going to replace him, that he talked to Flamenco and he didn't want to burn any more bridges. It's not wrong. You're fucking wrong. Brian Holloman, you're a fucking moron. You're dumb as fuck. Hold on. Alright, I see you guys I got 5 DMs in Discord about wanting someone to clean up the chat. Hold on. Let's see. Cop, wrench me. I'm on this guy. Okay. Let's go. Alright, where were we? Alright, I'm going to go back to this. Gator goes... Gator responds to the shilled Kino Casino. Wrong. I shit-talked Ashton relentlessly after he tried getting rid of Andy. I still do. What is Gator's deal with Andy Worski? Why is he so absolutely up his ass? Is it because you want Andy's audience, Gator? You want the Kino Casino audience, whatever's left of them? I think there's I still think they get 1,500 viewers concurrently, whatever the number is. Is that why you think that if you suck Andy dick, it'll rub off on you? It doesn't work that way, Gator. It doesn't work that way. It has never, ever worked that way. When you betrayed Ralph, no one started watching your show. They still don't now. Flamenco pedo. Wrong. Gator's saying Flamenco is not a pedophile. It's wrong, chat. Wrong. Still defending Flamenco. This is the same guy that a week ago went on stream and disavowed Flamenco, who, by the way, that same night was on Keemstar's show, are defending, defending littles, pedophile, BDSM, or whatever the fuck that is. Some kink shit. He was defending age of consent and whatever, age play, that's it, age play. It's fucking unreal. And this retard, wrong, Flamenco pedophile, wrong. Again, Flam is an easily baited retard that spurred out over a song and read what he clearly thought was just BDSM shit. I don't believe he's a kid dealer. I wish I could show it on air. I can't, Gator. I can't, Brian Holloman. But if Boy Soprano, those images were not BDSM shit. They were grown women raping children. Okay? Say it with me, Shannon. Grown women in a comic book depicted raping children. That's Boy Soprano. Pegging them. Not just fucking them, pegging them. It's literally in the description of the book. It's titled. It's hashtag pegging, hashtag Shotokan. Whatever the fuck that means. You sick, weirdo motherfucker. You fat fuckhead. Stop. It's time to stop, Brian Holloman of North Carolina. It's fucking time to stop. It's time to get off the fucking brakes and deal with the people who are talking shit with you. Don't come at people sideways that have nothing to do with your bullshit, who haven't spoke about you in forever. No, there shouldn't be any reason why you are still defending a guy that you disavowed on a stream because he was a fucking pedophile. Because that's what you disavowed him for, Gator. But he's not. He's not to you now. He's just, I'm going to assume that Flam slid in your DMs and was like, come on, Gator. Remember that time when we shared Lolicon together? I mean, come on, man. Okay, fatty. Fucking unreal. Unreal. Gator responds to the Lolly character. Lolly character. This was one of the more egregious and embarrassing Godwinson lies that showed how desperate he really was. I know Godwinson is a fraud that pretends to know anything about anime, but he betrays himself by not knowing what record of Lotus War is. Deedlit is not in any way a lolly character. Okay. 1. Gator. It's not a Godwinson lie if you're pointing at a child drawing and saying that's your fucking waifu on camera. That's not a lie, bro. That's what you did. Okay, you did that. You fucking weirdo. It's also doesn't make Godwinson a fraud because he doesn't watch anime. I know that you live in a basement, Gator. You're like a fucking painting goblin or whatever the fuck, where you just never leave. You're too busy watching fucking anime and playing Destiny and hoping to God that someone would appreciate you while you have multiple shrines of Mr. Medicare around your room and various fucking forms of sock cum distribution. But listen, Godwinson doesn't watch anime, bro. I don't even know what record of Lodos War is or what a Deedlit is. I don't know shit about that. Okay? I read Berserk, One Piece, and One Punch Man, bro. That's about where I'm at. And now that's it. That's it. And that's my big top anime list. But your ass is listing shit that no one's ever heard of. No one understands. You're pointing at fucking children drawings and you're saying that's your waifu. This ain't the bitch you pointed at, bro. This ain't it. This weird drawing. You shouldn't even, first of all, I don't even know why I'm even trying to explain this. Gator, you're a grown-ass man. You shouldn't be wanting to have sex with drawings. With cartoon characters. They're not real. Say it with me, Gator. It's not real. You will never, I repeat, Shannon Gaines, Brian Holloman, you will never have sex with an anime character. Not even their personalities are real. They're not real. Do you understand, Brian Holloman of North Carolina? None of this shit is real. There is real as you being the most honest motherfucker on the internet. Which is safe to say, you're not. You're fucking not, bro. It's just crazy. Okay, this is the character you pointed at. This little fucking girl. This child. Even the guy was like, you're lying again, bro. So this is who you post, whatever the fuck that is, and this is what you actually pointed at. This is what you... There's a Shannon. There's a Shannon in the trees. The Shannon Gaines is hiding in the trees. He's got a fucking... This is insanity, though. I mean, honestly, chat. We don't even know that you need to go past this. We don't even go past this, right? This is where, like, Gator, Shannon Gaines, Brian Holloman, can't even discern the difference between this, right? He's so delusional. And this, what he actually pointed at. This is what he pointed at, chat. You know what? Let me see if I can get that image. Can I get that image? Can somebody fucking DM me that image right now? I want that fucking image right now. So we can really compare. What? There it is. I've got it. I think I've got it. No, see, it's just him pointing at it, but it's not the image itself. Son of a bitch. You know what? This'll do. Let's grab it. This is just going to have to work. Fucking as close as I can get. Okay, god damn it, Brian. Look at this fucking face. Okay, hold on. Look at this fat fuck, by the way. This was recent, too, from my understanding. Okay, here we go. Boom. Here we are. So we're going to do a side-by-side comparison. Now, he's pointing at it, but you can't see it. But if you look at the anime characters, that is like some cartoony kid guy, right? Fuck, man, I wish I could get the original image. That's the worst part. You can't just grab it. But, let's see. Okay. All right. So this image is him pointing at this fucking character. This thing. Oh, you can't even see it. Hold on. This fucking thing. Right there. He's pointing at this little girl. You could see in the stupid stupid little like background, and you can kind of see the banner. You can see like the childlike persona, right? It's like a fucking weird old childlike looking, like the drawing. The drawings match. That's what I'm trying to say, chat. And there's his fucking triple chin. Look at this fat man. He's wearing a Medicare hat, for fuck's sakes. It's like this fucking guy is going to tell people who is and isn't doing shit. He's fucking crazy. He probably hasn't seen daylight in weeks. He's insane. It's like what is there to say? What is there really to say? But this fat fuck, this fucking retard, is going to try to lie in a writing, while also defending flamenco, and say that this is what he was actually pointing at. Does this fucking art, at all match that art style, chat? Does it? Does it look like it's the same fucking characters? Or did the other photo, the one where the other guy responded with, look like the characters he's fucking saying is his wife? And it's unreal. I'm going to get some water, guys. Give me 2 minutes. I'm going to leave this up here for you guys. But give me 2 minutes. All right, boys. All right. So, we've covered this. He's not pointing at a fucking grown woman. He's pointing at this fucking thing. What? No, not that. He's pointing at this. This fucking thing is what he's pointing at. Not a grown fucking woman. That child. Okay? We've understand now, looking at this fat fuck's face, what he's actually pointing at. So why lie on Twitter and claim you're pointing at some grown-ass fucking woman, bro? You're not. You're not. You're a fucking weirdo. Nobody should ever listen to you, Gator. No, nobody. You don't have... You're in your mid-30s. What have you accomplished? You don't have anything to your fucking name. You have nothing but destiny and anime. And your fucking 2D waifu that will never, ever be real. You will never put your penis in it. Ever. It's never gonna happen. Reality check, Gator. It's never gonna happen. You ain't fucking it, bro. It's not real. Not even the personality of the character in the show is real. There is somebody pretending with a voice to be the character that was written by a guy in a fucking basement who writes comic books all day. Not even a girl wrote your character, bro. So reality is you want to fuck the guy who created the character, who is in that basement writing the fucking books that you're jerking off to every night, just like Flamenco. Brian Holloman. You fucking sad, virgin, weird little faggot. That's reality, Gator. Reality check. You fucking weirdo. No, after this, nobody should ever listen to you ever again. Nobody should even notice your fucking name. Okay. Gator goes, did you really take a screenshot from the ending and try to pretend that's what the show looked like? Holy shit. You're a faggot. Here's the whole episode. Here's a screenshot of what the show actually looks like. Fuck off, Gator. Fuck way off. Okay, that's not what you pointed at, bro. That's not. All right. Is there a clip? Where's the clip? Could somebody send me the fucking clip of what he pointed at? This is fucking crazy town. He's like literally, he talks about revisionism in these posts we have covered, and yet here he is pretending like that's what he pointed at. This bitch is not what you pointed at, Gator. It's just not. Hold on. I'm gonna get this fucking clip right now. Right now, chat. We're gonna do this right now because this is ridiculous. It's fucking crazy. Gator, you pointed at a child. You pointed at a fucking kid, bro. You pointed at a goddamn kid. Fuck, man. Hold on. I'm getting the clip right now, chat. We're gonna watch this together. Thank you. I got it right here. Okay. All right. We got it. Oh.
This is
okay. All right. Amazing. Perfect. Got the clip. Okay, chat. Now, I want you to stress that he just said, here's the whole, this is what he's pointing at. This right here. This fucking woman and this, whatever the fuck this guy is. Okay, that's his waifu. This is his waifu. This is his waifu. Okay, that's what he's saying that he said was his waifu. This fucking woman thing. Let's go up so we can get a better image. This woman is his waifu. Not this. Not this little girl. Not that. This. Okay? All right. We've established this. This is what he's arguing, saying that this is his actual waifu. Not the other thing. Not the other thing. Right? Okay.
This is Record of Lodos.
Oh, you can't even play the audio.
That's Parn. This is like one of my favorite animes.
Let me see if I can find a way to
Deedlit is like my first wife.
We're gonna pause it.
That's why I like elf chicks so much.
Well, we're gonna play this because the audio is not working. Hold on. Let's advance audio properties. Son of a bitch. Hold on. Here we go. Media source. Okay, monitor only. Here we go. All right, we're going to play this again.
This is Record of Lodos War. That's Deedlit and that's Parn. This is like one of my favorite animes of all time.
Oh, okay.
Deedlit is like my first waifu.
Okay. Does that look like the fucking this woman? Does that, chat? I don't know, chat. Does that look like that? Or does that look like
is
a
Record
fucking
of
child?
Lodos War. That's Deedlit and that's Parn. This is like one of my favorite animes of all time.
Oh, okay.
Deedlit is like my first waifu. That's why.
First waifu. He's got multiple waifus, chat. That's just one. Is that a fucking child, chat? I don't know. Call me fucking crazy. But that don't look like this bitch. But that guy on his little fucking ghetto Twitter, his ghetto pedophile platform post, that guy is like, no, bro, you pointed at this. But that guy's a fag. That guy's a liar. Gator, you're revising history, Gator. You're literally lying and telling people you pointed at a fucking grown woman, when in reality, reality check, you pointed at a child, dog. You sick fuck. Right? We're only playing by your rules, Brian Holloman. Only your rules, dog. That's all I'm saying. Okay? You sad, weird little man. Weird fucking guy. Okay. So that guy's a fag because Gator's lying. Gator's lying, and he's claiming that he's pointing at some fucking grown woman. Reality is, he's pointing at children. And some fucking retard shows up in the thread and goes, Gator, like I said, he's just a spurg trying to get a reaction. Worst thing you can do is give him attention. He knows what chibi is. What the fuck is chibi? What is a chibi? Chat? What is fucking chibi? Anyone know what the fuck this is? I don't know what a fucking chibi is. But this is the icing on the cake, chat. This right here is the icing on the fucking cake. This guy's going to write this for just okay, let's just read it. Gator said, finish this conversation off with, sometimes you do have to highlight when someone is being a disingenuous faggot and desperately trying to defend their e-daddy so you can bring it up later. Okay. Gator, the guy who can't tell a single fucking story right. The guy who lies. The guy who lies all the time, who tells people's lore wrong, who just makes shit up about people, calls people pedophiles because of other shit that has nothing to do with those people, but he just does it anyways. The guy who defends Pedomenko, like literally still defends him while the guy who claims that he pointed at a fucking grown woman when he pointed at a child, literally revising history in his own fucking thread. This guy is going to talk about how he has to highlight when someone is being a disingenuous faggot. And then he's going to have the balls. Brian Holloman of North Carolina, Shannon Gaines, the Gamer Gator, anime boomer extraordinaire, is going to have the balls to talk about people desperately trying to defend their e-daddy so he can bring it up later. Gator, you literally went to conventions dressed as Mr. Medicare. You used a jumpsuit to act like you were a non. You literally, for years, have copied Jim's voice. It's not even your real voice, bro. And you're going to tell people about desperately trying to be there for their e-daddies. Jim will never fuck you, Gator. He will never fuck you. He will never acknowledge you. You will be nothing. Cancer Man is going to die, and you're still going to have a dead-ass channel that no one gives a fuck about, that you can't keep going. It's never going to happen. So, after this stream, Shannon, I hope you don't bring me up anymore. I don't have to go through your bullshit and keep mocking you, because I will. I definitely will. Your beef, Shannon Gaines, is with Godwinson. If you're going to talk shit about people, talk shit about the guy who's calling you out every fucking stream. I'm not your schizophrenic, delusional rants where you think that I am the puppet master or Persa Cassidy is a puppet master of Godwinson's takes when he's his own fucking man, bro. We're not his co-hosts. We don't write for anybody. We don't do shit. Keep my name out of your fucking mouth, Brian Holloman. Or the next stream we'll just go into even more shit. I'll just do this all day. We'll just make doxing awesome and cool again, Gator, or whatever the fuck you say. Because that's all fair game for you, Gator. That's cool and awesome. Okay. Alright, boys. Chat, I'm gonna go. This was a lot of fun. Just wanted to dress this motherfucker down. I'm so sick of this fucking guy bringing my name up as much as he does, unprovoked, for no fucking reason. And every time I've told this guy, no hard feelings, just let it go. He can't stop talking about me. He can't stop lying. He can't stop bringing other people up that have nothing to do with the shit that he's involved in. Just nothing to do with the shit that he's involved in. So, alright guys. You guys have a good one? No, I'm not going to say that, Ham. You guys have a good one? Actually, Ham, you know what? I gotta unwrench you, dog. You know, I like you, bro. But you don't admin. You're not jannying. You're not sweeping. You gotta lose it. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways. Alright, guys. You guys take it. What is coal? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is, Sargoy. No cop, stay live so I can continue my parasocial experience, please. No, Echo. Alright, guys. You guys take it easy. And I appreciate you all tuning in. Thank you. And everybody have a wonderful week. And stay warm. So. Alright. Take it easy, guys.